And you'll notice that there are a lot of patterns associated with this, which is why I believe a lot of this is algorithmic. There are people who run high frequency trading, like high frequency algorithmic trading bots to move markets. There are firms that do this. You can hire these firms if you're trying to launch your own project. And the thing of it is that I see a lot of questions oftentimes about how does everything in the market move at the same time? Like Bitcoin moves and all the alts move, right? And I've explained this before, but let's say that like Binance, right? Binance, one of the biggest exchanges out there. Binance pretty much has about every token in existence, right? I mean, it doesn't, but you know what I'm saying. Like Binance generally has the majority of the tokens out there. Well, what happens is that you can have one primary exchange moving the price action of a lot of this stuff, and it's all algorithmic. So if it's all algorithmic and Bitcoin leads the charge here, and then a lot of that spills into what happens in the altcoin market, and it's high frequency, high speed algorithmic trading that's happening across the board, following this algorithm that's basically set and established based on price action of every one of these assets. You do that once across one exchange, then the liquidity pipelines that are basically being sold to all the other exchanges out there, they're probably, I mean, I don't know 100%, but I'm going to say Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, likely, maybe Gemini, I'm not sure. You have a number of like key master exchanges out in the world that are basically doing the bulk of this, and then they sell these liquidity pipelines to smaller exchanges. So these smaller exchanges that don't yet have the volume to move the prices on their own, but they want to maintain a competitive market so that people can use them on this exchange and there not be like arbitrage issues from one exchange to the other, right? They pay a tiny little fraction of their fees to the liquidity pool provider, which would be Binance or Coinbase or whatever. So that's how so much is able to move in the market at around the same time. It's all a big web. So that's how that works. Now let's look at Bitcoin's price right here. Looking at Bitcoin, we're currently trading at 110, almost 111,000. It's up a bit from a low of 109,000. I think that was during Asia. So yeah, no, that was the UK. So the UK basically pushed the price all the way down to a low before ultimately this morning in the US market open started pushing the price up. So pre-market started moving Bitcoin's price to the upside. And then you can see here at 9:30, I was watching these candles play out at 9:30 because generally what I do is I draw a box. And I at 9:30 on the nose, I basically draw a box around that 9:30 to 9:45 candle. And from 9:45, that 15-minute candle, if it breaks the upside of the previous box, then the trend is likely going to be up. If it breaks the trend to the downside, then the trend is likely going to be down. And as you can see, that second candle broke to the upside out of that initial opening market open box. And we moved up quite a bit.